The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar marathon week. Hope you all are keeping safe and all set to go for the upcoming big events happening in October, a Microsoft Power Platform Conference and a Community Summit North America. We are thrilled to provide you with a preview of Ionogic's latest innovation that we'll be showcasing at this conference. So I'm Jairaj Nadar. I will be hosting your guide throughout this exciting session. So in today's session, I will talk about one of our latest offering that is called as a WhatsApp for Dynamics. For your information, all lines will be muted. In case if you need any more information related to any queries or any product related, so you can put your questions in the chat window and I will be happy to answer all of your queries while having the Q&A session. So before I deep dive into the session, let me give you a short brief about Ionogic. Ionogic is one of the leading service provider and an independent ISV. We are also an exclusive Dynamic 365 CRM boutique shop that has been in the business for more than decades now. We also been active in the CRM community in which our blogs are very popular. As you can see on the screen, these are all the various productivity add-ons which Ionogic has to offer. Among all, I would like to talk about a few flagship products of Ionogic. I will start with the Maplytics. Maplytics is a market-leading CFMD certified product which provides capabilities like visualizing CRM data on map, route optimization, smart appointment planner, territory management, and much more. And next, I would like to talk about SharePoint Security Sync. It is a comprehensive solution for integrating a Dynamic 365 CRM with SharePoint along with the document management. So apart from this product development, Ionogic is also an SI. We do provide offshore development services by assisting our partners and the customers. And if you need any more information related to any of our productivity add-ons or service related, you can do reach out to us at crm@ionogic.com. So now you will shortly receive a poll. So what sparked your interest in registering for this webinar? So I would request you to kindly cast your vote on this so that it will be a fruitful information for us to gauge. So here's the poll. So I would request you to kindly cast the vote. I would request if you could kindly vote on the poll that has been shown onto your screen so that it could be really a good and a fruitful information for us. That's great. Thanks to all the participants for casting your vote. So this is the agenda for the today's session, where we will be seeing what are the challenges faced by the users in unified communications, how WhatsApp for integration overcome those challenges with the key features of WhatsApp for Dynamics, followed by live demonstration, FAQs, and finally at the end we will be having a Q&A session. So let's begin the session with the challenges. So though Microsoft Dynamics CRM is a sophisticated system, like in terms of communicating with the customer, so there is a bit delayed communication that could be been happening because the user often needs to communicate with the customers and the partners on a quickly, which is currently not as effective within the Dynamics CRM with the customers, and lack of direct and personalized engagement. So there is a bit lack of a personal engagement with your customers from within the Dynamics CRM, right? And no access to the CRM data. So in a real time, like whenever you are communicating with your customers, so currently there you won't be able to have all a real time information in front of you to provide the more productive information to your customers, right? And there is no provision where the user can able to automate the sending of messages from the CRM to the WhatsApp. So this is currently not provisioned within the Dynamics CRM. So to overcome all of these challenges and to be a very productive and effective communications, so we have come up with a one-stop solution, that is WhatsApp for Dynamics. A seamlessly integrate WhatsApp business account with the Microsoft Dynamics CRM for a better customer communication, enhanced marketing, and a faster client services. The stats that you see on the screen. So as you all know, in the present digitized world, we all want things to be easier and the faster, right? We especially want our communication to be a digital so that it is fast. So one of the most popular ways of communicating online quickly and easily through apps like an WhatsApp. So that's the reason you see the stats that 175 millions people message on a WhatsApp business accounts every day. And it proves that WhatsApp is one of the leading communication channel. WhatsApp is also a place where business gets done. It doesn't matter whether it's stored in the corner or a large enterprise. Business of all size uses WhatsApp to help their customers. So 64% of the customers prefers a quick chat options like a WhatsApp. And WhatsApp CRM integration also helps manage a customer interaction on a WhatsApp. Furthermore, you can also provide a better services by reducing a wait time for your customers. You can also take the advantage of pre-formatted auto replies, which you can customize to personalize for each customers. And 98% open rate for the WhatsApp, which states that normal messages or for the email communication. Rather than that, 98% is the open rate for the WhatsApp messages. Isn't it great? Like if we integrate WhatsApp along with the Dynamics, so that could be a win-win situation for all of the customers. So WhatsApp for CRM integration act as an effective solution to grow your business. Not only it enables you to provide a better customer services, but also enhances a better customer experiences as well. So these are all some of the key features what the WhatsApp for Dynamics has to offer, be within the CRM ecosystem. That means it enables a seamless communication within the system and effective task completion by integrating the WhatsApp with the CRM. And you can communicate with the customers by sending the messages and receiving the messages with the unified and the status of users on the unified dashboards. and automate the communications. So this is what I was trying to say. Whenever if you wanted to send any automated messages, or if you wanted to send any reminder notifications to your customers in the WhatsApp, so that is pretty much possible using WhatsApp for Dynamic solution. CRM WhatsApp notification. So it is as like whenever you get a message, you get a notification, right? So in Dynamic CRM, we will be able to get notified with the chat bubble icon on the right hand side about this something, a new message with the notification that can be seen, which I will show you in a live demonstration. Store WhatsApp chat history. So you will be able to see the chat history, like if you have communicating with your customers since a past long time, and if you wanted to know what was the earlier communication that I've done with this particular customer, so yes, WhatsApp for Dynamics has a provision to store the WhatsApp chat history so that the user can able to get all of the details, what was the communication, last communication that was been done against these customers. Or create new record within the chat UI. So like whenever you're communicating with your customers, so you have like the communication chat UI, and on the go, if you wanted to create any record, let's say you feel like, yeah, this could be some good opportunity for me or good lead for me, just I could create a lead by entering the information. So on a real time, on the fly, you can able to create a record and you can enter those details, capture those necessary information from the customer and feed it into the system for the more productivity and the useful information. So these are all some of the key features as WhatsApp for Dynamic has to offer. Let's see all of this action, all of these features in a live action. Let me switch to my CRM window. So for the webinar and the demonstration purpose, I have already pre-configured WhatsApp for Dynamics, a model-driven app in one of my demo environment. And yes, and to give you an more insights, like in order to integrate CRM with the WhatsApp, so we have used a API called as a Twilio. Twilio is the API that we have been used in order to communicate, to integrate data dynamic CRM with the WhatsApp. So for the demo purpose, I've already created a demo account. I've already created a demo account for the Twilio sandbox account, in which this is a business account where the customers can able to communicate. So now let's take the real-time scenario, the real-time use cases, and see how it works. So consider an example. I'm the salesperson, and the customer is reaching out to me, inquiring about, hey, what's the price of? Let's take a WhatsApp for Dynamic only. So let's say, hey, I wanted to know the price of WhatsApp for Dynamics. So this is the message, or this is the inquiry that the user has been chatting with this particular business account that has been configured. So so the users, as a salesperson, I should be able to see that in my CRM. So if I click over in the chat, I should be able to see on the right hand side a notification, the chat bubbles that indicates something, a new message. If I click on it, I see something, a new notification that should be get popped up. So let's say, for example, this customers is already earlier contacted in this earlier he has sent in messages, and this record has been, this mobile number has been already stored in this within this CRM, or the record has been already created. That's the reason you see a view chat over here. If suppose if a new customer, let's say for example, I'm deleting this and I'm creating a new chat. Let me delete this chat, and also I'll try to delete the chat session against this particular customer. So if the chat session has been already into the system, so that's the reason you see a view chat over there. If I delete the chat, again the chat session from this completely, and I have also deleted that customers chat from the entirely from the system. So now whenever this users request the same, send any messages, hey, I wanted to know price of WhatsApp for Dynamics. So whenever any new messages that has been hitting into the system from our new customers that has been inquiring, so the salesperson or the user within the dynamic CRM, you see the chat bubble icon along with the notification, and you should be able to see a accept or a decline button over here that indicates the two action button that you will be able to see once you send a new messages. For some reason I see over here I could not able to see that accept or a decline button. So now I have deleted the chat session. Whenever a new message that has been created into the system, they should be able to see accept or a decline button. So let's try it out once, whether how it has been seen over here. If I send a message, hi, let's see how it works. So I see chat bubble icon over there. Yeah, so there you go. You see a message over here that something, a new message that has been hitting into the system. So the logged in user can able to perform two actions. The actions over here is like accept or a decline. So to give you more information or more insight on what exactly this two button is, that whenever you accept is a pretty straightforward. If you wanted to continue with the conversation with this particular customer Jairaj, so in that case you can accept it and you can continue with the conversation. And if suppose if you wanted to block this customer, and if you decline it, that means you wanted to block and you don't want to communicate with the customers, so in that case you can hit on the decline, so that either the users or the customers cannot able to communicate with that particular customer. So in this case, I know Jairaj Nada, so I click on accept. So once I accept, you see the UI. So this is the WhatsApp chat UI, how it looks. Isn't it great? So how it looks is over here. And on the left hand side, you see the profile details that they populated from the WhatsApp inquiries, that the account that they have requested. So that is the profile name is Jairaj and the mobile number and the customer. So what exactly this customer field is over here. So whenever, let's say, whenever any new request or new messages that hits into the system, so what exactly the WhatsApp for Dynamic does is that it will check for this number into this system for which the record type is created. So in configuration that we do have a create record type, so for which the record type is created, it will look for this number into those particular entity. If it is already existing that, then the associated record will be seen over here. It will be populated over here. So that's the reason I see the customers over here, Jairaj Nadar. If I click on it and go in the WhatsApp chat account, I see the same exact the chat that we have been seen earlier that has been associated to this particular context, the WhatsApp chat. Isn't it great? I can see that chat over here, and I can also chat the same conversation with this particular customer. Since earlier, as I was showing the example, let's say this customer has inquired for the pricing. So I can simply type, sure, the pricing is USD $10, USD 10 per user per month. So this is the pricing that I'm sharing with this customer. So like here the user has started communication, the customers has started communicating with them accordingly this particular within the chat UI. And now you see on the right hand side, since you all know how the WhatsApp works, like whenever a message has been delivered, like you get a single tick sent, the double tick is delivered, and whenever the user has read the notification, that means the blue color. So that indicates the user has read the notification. So if I go and check and see the demo account, yes, the pricing is USD, the message that has been read now. So if I go over here, I see the color has been now turned into a blue. So we use this common same the structure that what's exactly the inherent feature of the WhatsApp. It has been same followed over here as well. Whenever the user has read the notification, I can see the color has been changed to in blue. It has been delivered and the color has been changed to in blue. And now you may be thinking what that the name that has been populating over there, the Sam, why it has been showing over there in terms of conversation So the reason that it has been populating, since Sam is the logged in user of the system, so he can able to see the Sam has since initiated the conversation by accepting the messages of this particular customer. So that is the reason Sam has been shown over here. However, let's assume if what happens if Sam goes on a vacation, or what happens if Sam goes on a long leave, or no more on the part of this organization. You may be also thinking whether any other user can able to start the same conversation or not. So I would say yes, it is pretty much possible. The other user in the sense, the user who has been having WhatsApp for dynamic user role, and he can assign this chat to him. So he can assign this chat, and then once he assign this chat, then he can able to start communicating with this particular customer. So in that case, Sam, and let's suppose John is the other user who will be start communicating with this customer. So it will list out the John over here. So if as soon as he start the communication, the same communication he will initiate. So the managers or the respective organization where the administrator can able to easily know which user has been communicating with that particular customer and what they have been communicated, and all of this can be seen in the chat UI over here. So that's the reason and specifically we define the name, like which user has been communicating. So now, like let's say for example, on the go, I'm having a conversation with this particular customer, and I found like it could be I think and I assume it could be a good opportunity for me to convert this deal, and it could be a good opportunity to close and track at the earliest. So on the go, while having a conversation with my customer, what I can do is I can simply create a record. Create a record in the sense I can simply create an opportunity if required, case, order, depending upon your own business use case. So over here, for the demonstration purpose, I wanted to create an opportunity. So what I will do is, on the real time, on the fly, I will create an opportunity. So the opportunity has been opened over here. So I will enter all of the details that I required necessary, and I will get the fruitful information from the customers if required while having a conversation. I will save the opportunity. That means the opportunity has been created for this particular customers in the system. And yes, you may be thinking whether the opportunity has the associated chat that has been, so this chat you has been associated to that particular opportunity or not. So to answer your question, yes, it is. So it can be seen like in the chat session, if you go and check whether that it is associated, this chat UI is associated to that particular opportunity or not. I'll show you how it works. So if I go in the chat session, you see this is the customer 2 and the regarding that has been set over here. This regarding is the opportunity that we have created. If I open that, I see a WhatsApp chat. So there you see the chat UI that we have been having a conversation earlier, that I can see it in the opportunity entity over here. The same chat conversation. Now the user can able to easily continue the conversation, the fruitful conversation, and provide and be more productive in terms of efficiency and what necessary information that needs to be shared with the customers. So isn't it great how like the same chat UI has been associated to that particular record? So now, like as soon as like what are the conversation that you need to do perform, that can be done it within this opportunity. And let's say if we want to end the chat or end the session against with this customer, if you don't want to do further continue or end the chat session, so usually we can manually end the chat session. However, you also know that WhatsApp end this WhatsApp session ends after every 24 hours, so that is automatically the session ends. However, if you wanted to do manually, then we do have like end chat session. Once you click on it, manually close the chat session. So that means the chat session has been closed again with this particular customers. Let's assume this opportunity has been won and I wanted to close it, the chat with this particular customer. So that's the reason I've ended the chat session against this particular customer. And now down the line 1 month, if suppose I wanted to initiate the chat to this customer, saying that, hey, Jairaj, like we do have our new updates regarding WhatsApp for Dynamics, like we are coming up with this new features or a latest updated solution, a kind of thing. So in order to do that, I wanted to initiate a message. So whenever the chat session has been ended, and if we want to initiate the chat, then the chat will be initiated only through a message template. So what exactly this message template is? Message template is a pre-approved template from the Twilio. Like whenever, like if you have a subscription and you whenever the approved message template that you see in the Twilio, that can be configured in the Dynamics in the configuration section, which I will explain you while explaining the configuration part. So that message template can be created, and you need to initiate the conversation through that message template only. So over here, let's assume this is the opportunity, and if I wanted to initiate the send any message to my customers through the message template, let's say I wanted to schedule a call with them, and on the call I wanted to update. So I've already created one opportunity template in my for the webinar and the demonstration purpose. So I've selected that opportunity template over here, and I will click on send. So now what exactly it will happen is the user should be able to, on the WhatsApp, I should be able to get that message. So there you see the message template through a message that the conversation has been initiated. Like this is the template, Twilio approved small template that I have created for the demonstration purpose, like your appointment is coming up on so and so date, a kind of message. And if I go into the contacts, let's say for example, if I open the same customer contact details, and if I go to the WhatsApp chat, I see a new conversation has been initiated within the chat UI over here, the new conversation. And also, if I wanted to know what was the past conversation, as I said while explaining the features, if you wanted to know the history of the conversation against this particular customer, I can click over here. I can see here it will list out all of the history that you have communicated with this particular customer. I can simply navigate and then I can see what was the earlier communication that has been done again with this particular customer. So isn't it great? Like you see all of your history of your customers, like history of the conversation that you did with the customer within this chat UI. And also, as I said, you can configure the multiple WhatsApp business numbers. So once you click on it, like based on the multiple numbers, also you can able to easily configure and have the chat accordingly. So multiple attached numbers can be also be possible, which could be one of the use cases where the many prospects and customers across the globe are actually coming up with this kind of a feedback. So yes, that is also pretty much possible using our solution. And now let's say if you want to automate, coming to the automation part, you may be thinking, yeah, the WhatsApp messages sending, everything seems to be good. What if I wanted to send an automated message whenever any event that has been happening into my system, auto message or kind of a notification message should be sent to my customers. So is that possible? So to answer you that, yes, it is pretty much possible. As I said earlier as well, you can automate the sending of messages in the WhatsApp. Like taking an example, I have taken one of my use cases for the demonstration purpose. However, I would request you can relate all of the use cases as per your own business scenario. So over here, I have taken like the order. Whenever the order has been fulfilled in the system, the workflow, so I've created the workflow over there, and the workflow will get triggered, and the message, like the following messages should be sent to the customer. So let's go and check. Let's change the status of this order and see how it works. So this is the order along with the product line items into my system. So I'm fulfilling this order. So what I will do is I will fulfill the order. I'll mark as a complete. I'll click on fulfill. So now what I've done is I have fulfilled this order into my system. So if I go into the WhatsApp, I should see a message. So it means I see a message indicating that, hi Jairaj, your order for WFD with fulfill has been completed successfully. Isn't it great? Like you can also automate the sending of a messages whenever any event that has been occurred into the system. So that's how it is something more unique. I could be say more effective and productive in terms of sending the messages or having a fruitful conversation with your customer through the digitized world in the digitized application called as in WhatsApp. And the same, like what you see in the WhatsApp, the active chats, the same that you can see in the active chats over here, like the profile name, mobile number, message, what was the message that has been sent, last message that you see, the status, whether it has been delivered or it has been received, and if it has been sent from our end, the outgoing or an incoming. So all those details can be specifically seen in the within the WhatsApp for Dynamics solution. And in order to perform all of these actions, all of these messages and everything, you just need to do a one-time configuration. So I will quickly go through that. So this is the configuration that you need to do. So like this is a number, mobile number for which the business communication that you need to perform, and the Twilio details, the account seed and the auth token should be entered over here, and the settings. So allow create to. So if you remember, while creating a record within the chat UI, I have selected that opportunity. So I've already configured the case opportunity order. So yes, you can also configure as per your own business use case, like whether you wanted to create a lead, opportunity, order, invoice. So it's up to your use case that you wanted to configure. So that's the reason I see opportunity, case, and order over here. Session time. So as I said earlier, so WhatsApp has a session time amount of 24 hours. That is 1 day session timeout. And the ideal timeout is where 1 minute. So the ideal timeout, to give you more insight, as I said, like whenever any new message that comes into this, that comes in, so if the time, so the timeline that you set it over here, so let's say for example over here I've set it as a 1 minute. So if the logged in user, the SAM doesn't accept the messages within the stipulated time period, that is within the 1 minute, then what it will happen is that that message will be shown to all the users who is having WhatsApp for Dynamics user rule. So those users will be able to see those messages in their system in that, and they can able to accept, they can able to assign and accept the messages to continue the conversation. So that's how it works. Like if it within the ideal timeout, if the user doesn't accept, then the other users can able to assign and accept the messages and continue the conversation with that particular customer. And the record type is where I said in the earlier, like it's check for this record type which you have created over here, and it will check for those numbers whether it has been available, and then it will create an associated record in the system. The message template, so this was the two message template that I've created for the opportunity and for the order, which we have seen now. So this is the message template, pre-approved message template from the Twilio. So that I have taken and configured in the message template over here. And once that has been done, then yes, you are all set to go in order to communicate with your customers. So that's all about WhatsApp for dynamic solutions. So I would recommend and suggest, like, by integrating WhatsApp CRM integration, it acts as an effective solution to grow your business. Not only does it enables you to provide a better customer services, but also enhances customer experiences as well. Moreover, it helps improve your company's communication efforts with the customers. And apart from this, I would also give you some more insight and more updates, and just I could say heads ups as well. Like, we are also coming up with the new features, enhancement, and the updates. That is, you may be thinking, what about the attachment? Can we share the attachment? Can we make an attachment? Can we send it to the attachment to the customers? So yes, our team is pretty much working on the development of this. It is in the final phase as well as into the final testing phase of releasing this new feature of that, the attachments, and also the smileys. We are also it is pretty much supported with the smiley. If you wanted to send it to your customers, that is also possible. And as WhatsApp supports the text formatting, right, bold, italic, a kind of a formatting text. So yes, we do support WhatsApp for Dynamics, also support that text formatting. So you see, hi Jairaj, it is in a bold, right? So yes, that is also pretty much possible and supported within WhatsApp for Dynamics. And this enhancement and the last features, the features are, yeah, are released by the first week of October. By end of first week of October, we are coming up with the latest updated solution with all of these features included. So I hope it will be a really a good and a fruitful information for you all to know about this latest updates and the new features about WhatsApp for Dynamics. So now shortly you will receive a poll on the features that you like the most in WhatsApp for Dynamics. So I would request you to kindly cast your vote on the features that you like the most on WhatsApp for Dynamics. Last 10 seconds to cast your vote. Thank you for casting your vote. Let me switch back to the presentation. So WhatsApp for Dynamics supported version is 9.1 and above, as well as in the database, which can be deployed online. So to get started with the WhatsApp for Dynamics, really simple. You can download the solution from website as well as from Microsoft App Source. And during your trial setup, if you need any assistance, the setting up the trial at your end, do reach out to us at crm@inogic.com. We would be happy to assist you. So now let's have a Q&A session. So please feel free to put your questions on the chat window. I will be happy to answer your queries. So feel free to put your questions. So I could say, like, whenever if you have any questions related to WhatsApp for Dynamics, you can drop us an email at crm@inergic.com related to all of your queries, so that we can able to answer you shortly on that. So this is the common FAQs that we used to get it from customers or the prospects across the globe. Like, can you automate sending WhatsApp message with the WhatsApp for Dynamics? So yes, it is possible, which we have seen now with an example of whenever order has been fulfilled, how we can send the automated messages. So does it work with Microsoft Dataverse? So yes, that is also possible. Is it mandatory to have a Twilio account? So yes, it is very much mandatory to have a Twilio account, since we use a Twilio API integration in order to communicate, or in order to integrate Dynamic CRM with the WhatsApp. And to get started with then WhatsApp or Dynamic is really simple. You need to visit our website or Microsoft App Source and download the solution. And if you need any assistance, do let us know. We would be happy to assist you. Do you need to have a WhatsApp business account? Yes, you should have a WhatsApp business account in order to have a communication. So now let's catch up, like, on the Microsoft Power Platform conference, which I said at the start of this call, on the booth number 102 on October 3rd to 5th at Las Vegas, and also at the Community Summit on booth number 1429, which is starting from October 15th to the 20th at Charlotte. So if any of your attendees been any of the participants are attending over here, you can reach out to us at crm@inergic.com to have this one-to-one meeting. I would say thank you for this wonderful opportunity, and I really appreciate your time and taking for this attending this webinar. Have a great day ahead. Take care.